Hi, my name's Sallyann. How are you today? Hey, a lot of people ask me, how do I get where I am right now? I actually used to be a vice president of promotions and marketing for many, many years. Was in charge of events, huge events, small events, and started in the advertising world in New York City. About 2 years ago, a strange thing happened. My job disappeared. How do you run a company and have your job disappear? Just didn't make any sense to me. But I will tell you that for about a year or so, I really wasn't as happy as I used to be. And I had always said, as soon as this job stopped being fun, it was time to leave. Well, the man upstairs had heard me. And my job disappeared. And I was with a friend and I was doing some healing work on her foot. And I was kind of boo-hooing a little bit and saying, I don't understand. How do I not have another job already? I was very well connected in the community. And how do you not get a phone interview for a marketing position when you know the mayor of the town? Or the vice president of Clear Channel and you can't get a phone interview for a promotions or marketing job? It just seemed very strange to me. And as I was telling my girlfriend, we started counting. And 13 times this happened. Again, very strange for someone like me, and didn't really understand it. And then when the number 13 hit, I started to smile and laugh. And I said, of course it's 13. Because 13 is my family number. I was married on the 13th, and I didn't even want to get married in that month. My son was born on a 13, and he was born 2 weeks early. My daughter was born on a 13, 3 days late. So that just is our family number. And then, of course, the situation happens. So as I was talking to my girlfriend, she just looked at me, deadpan, and she said, well, stop looking for a corporate job and do what you're supposed to do. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do? She looked at me and she said, this is what you're supposed to do. And really that was my epiphany. And I said, you're right. Who am I to argue with the man upstairs? If he says this is what I'm going to do, I'm going to do it. And it is something that I had always dreamed of doing. If you talk to my college friends, they actually all cheered when I finally told them because they said, it's about time. You've been wanting to do this for 10 years. So my wonderful friend Michelle said, that's it. Open that Facebook account. Let's work on some branding, marketing. And she had a meet and greet for me within a week. And within that month, I actually made more money than I made at my corporate job and worked less and was less stressed and had balance in my life. And we all know balance is really hard to achieve. So here we are 3 years later, and I'm lucky to be here and to share my gift with the world because I think that's what I'm supposed to do. So how can I help you, right? You're a corporation. I've been there. I've worked for 30 years in the corporate world. And believe it or not, there are lots of ways that we can help that are fairly simple. And one of the greatest tips is all about the energy. Did you ever walk into somebody's office and you're like, ugh, you're in a bad mood. What's going on? Some people are just that way. That's just how they carry themselves. Well, we can go into different offices and into buildings, and we can clear that space. So here's a little couple of snippets. I had a friend who had a multi-million-dollar house. She could not sell that house. 2 years it was on the market. She asked me to come in, and so we went in, we cleared the house. Because I can talk to the angels, I was able to walk through the house and figure out certain things that were wrong with the house and how we could clear that space. And within 2 weeks, it sold for asking price. It sat on the market for 2 years. So needless to say, her broker has called me and I've done a number of homes. I'm also able to do that for anyone that's in the property management business because empty space equals no money. I've been able to go in and clear some spaces and then they rent out, which is fantastic. How else? If you're an educator, I've gone in and cleared schools where there were lots of fights and just unhappiness and kids that didn't want to go to certain buildings. And sure enough, you go in, you clear the space, you realize, oh yeah, well there's this ancient ick that's hanging out in the music room. No wonder why everybody hates music. Nobody hates music. But they did in this school, so we were able to get rid of that, and all the kids are happy. Teachers are happy. Clearing out, community areas where a lot of people with high stress jobs need to exist. So as entrepreneurs as well, there's so many questions. And you have to double guess yourself, right? Am I doing this? Am I doing that? Well, guess what? As someone who has my amazing gift, and I do thank him every day for it, I'm able to help. I'm able to help you decide who to interview. I don't even need to see a name. I just flip over the resumes and we can go through that energy and see who's the best match. I've helped people select locations. Where's the next space that I should grow to so this way my business can be successful? I can do that, and I can help you with that. And it's also about theaters and events, and there's so many ways that I can help entrepreneurs succeed and be the best they can. And it would be my true honor to do that, because I really feel that I'm here to help others and to serve them so they can make the world a better place as I help make the world a better place.